What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. I have a quick little update for you guys. So overall, NASDAQ market closed 2% in the red. So we previously talked about it in today's earlier video. A lot of you guys really liked the way that I broke things down. Also, a quick little update on one of the shorts that I talked about. CoreWeave, I ended up making a little bit over $6,600 and I fully closed out that short. So my trade is fully closed. The only other trade that I took, I was up over $2,000 on this trade. I only ended at $1,200. But remember, at one point, I was actually in the red on this trade. It was this overbought reversal that formed for QBTS. Still in the green, actually during extended hours. I have a position that's open right now. So if I closed it, I'd actually be up about $2,000 on the day. But I carried the position because I think markets will sell off further. Let me explain why. The markets do not like uncertainty, and that's why overall markets have been retracing. We talked about it earlier in today's video. There's uncertainty with what's going on and with Trump announcing tariffs on pretty much every NATO country that does not support the purchase of Greenland, because in his words, he thinks that China and Russia are going to be a threat in taking over Greenland. So we would rather have control of it rather than China and Russia. Regardless if we agree or disagree, it doesn't matter about our personal opinions. It matters how the markets react, because that's what we're here to do, to trade and to make money, right? With that being said, NASDAQ market sold off due to the uncertainty. On top of that, I quickly wanted to shed light that according to BestNet, markets are going down because of Japan's bond market that suffered a 6 standard deviation move in a 10-year bond market over the past 2 days. This has nothing to do with Greenland, according to him. So there is no question that if you look at the actual Japanese bond market, yes, normally when you see bond yields spike, overall markets begin to retrace, especially the United States, because if you pay attention to who carries the most bonds from the US that's outside of our country, it's Japan. So is there uncertainty? Are they going through some specific issues? And because of that uncertainty, regardless if it actually stands, because again, it might just be an overreaction, then that's most likely what it is. You can just see that, again, how delicate the markets are when uncertainty begins to present itself. The VIX index begins to really climb, known as the volatility index. And when that begins to climb, overall markets begin to drop. Now, the thing that I really wanted to talk about, what is going on tomorrow? I don't think enough people are talking about this. And I'm trying to get more of an exact date for us in the United States when it comes down to Eastern time, or especially me in Arizona, Mountain Standard Time. So again, if you know the exact time, if I figure it out, I'll explain it down in the comment section, or you can also share your thoughts down below. But tomorrow, a bunch of different politicians and world leaders, over 3,000 participants, are supposed to be at this World Economic Forum. And this is a meeting that is in Davos. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but Trump is supposed to speak. And this is where he showed up last term, and he said specific things that obviously sparked a lot of controversy. And already with BestNet being there and one of Trump's admins, they're already stirring up the pot. So with that being said, something is supposedly planned for tomorrow. And if he says anything that injects uncertainty into the market, again, I don't know what he's going to say. All I know is that he has often said, how do I want to say it? He has often said very controversial things that present uncertainty. And if that is the case, then markets are bound to drop maybe even further. That's what I'm really going to be paying attention to, is that based off of what Trump says, and most importantly, not what I think about what he says, but how the markets react, to then ask myself, just like today, hey, will markets actually go lower, or will he instill enough confidence in the market that they could possibly try to rally for the day? That's what I want to figure out. Do they sell off enough today that they're going to bottom and begin to recover? And if so, then maybe I want to go long for a day trade, right? Or does he inject more fear into the market? And maybe we produce another leg down to the lows of 600, which is the next support range after we break below 607, right? Well, we're retesting previous support range. Remember, technicals only matter so much. Patterns tend to repeat themselves, but they don't always have to. I can see both cases. I can see why people might be enticed to, buy the dip to go long as markets are more bullish than bearish. But I can also see why, because of what's to happen tomorrow during that Davos meeting, right? And Trump being very controversial and being very outspoken, how he can say something that injects uncertainty in the market, and we can see another leg down, which can present an opportunity for those that like to short sell right here. With that being said, again, I like sharing and talking about both sides because we're all here for the same reason, to make money, right? And if you're bullish, I think you should be aware of, hey, maybe this is a setup to possibly go long if how the market reacts is in your favor. But maybe if the market responds in a bearish way, at least you're not going to be surprised because now you're at least aware of the meeting that's set to happen and the market is set to react and to trade accordingly, right? To wait for confirmation. So other than that, and I'm sure you guys have seen all the headlines, $1.3 trillion wiped out of the US stock market today. But again, that can quickly be recovered by tomorrow or in 2 days. So again, markets are more bullish than bearish. I love celebrating these little pullbacks because not only do I like making money on the way down, but they present decent dip buy opportunities for those that see it to be that, right? And if you're bullish on the market, then put your money where your mouth is. And if it meets your criteria, then take action. And if not, and you think markets are going to go lower, then I think that's great. Stay cash, stay calculated, set those alerts, and follow up with it when it makes the most sense. So I wish you guys nothing but the best. Again, very excited to see how things continue to develop tomorrow for Trump's speech at the Davos. To my understanding, it is going to be early in the morning, so we'll see if markets react pre-market, because according to what I understood is that tomorrow, scheduled to speak Wednesday, January 21st, 2026, it's supposedly supposed to be right around 2:30 p.m. to 3:15 p.m. Central European time. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to ask Siri or ask chat, I guess, to understand what that is in Arizona time. So I appreciate you guys' time. I hope that it earned a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And again, I go live every single day with my LPP team. It's the second link in the description down below. It's designed for complete beginners. So if you are someone that learns best by watching other people do, that is exactly what LPP is designed for. You can learn everything by yourself and on your own, or if you're someone that works better with structure and with being able to watch someone trade live, then that is what LPP is designed for. Simply more, in my opinion, of an efficient way to learn how to trade as a beginner. So again, second link down below. We have a little discount link for you there. So whenever you're ready, feel free to check it out, and we'll see you tomorrow for our live trading session. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.